G'day everybody, welcome to episode 10. We've hit double digits for the Edmonds Racing Weekly News TV show. Guys, we've done well. We've made it to 10 episodes. It's been another great week for the stable. Plenty of winners around the place. I think we're up to 94 winners for the season, guys, chasing your record of 111. So well on track to chase down the record. And looks like we've got some really nice, likely chances this weekend. Toby, things have opened up a little bit in terms of the racing. We're sort of able to access the Metro North races as well now. So that opens up a few more opportunities for our runners.
Yeah, that's right. So they made an announcement this week or last week with the a limited version of the Winter Carnival, and also the opening up of zones where we can send horses there. Obviously, our staff can't go with them, so we've got to engage another trainer to take care of them from midday the day before, which is fine. So our horses go to Archer Park anyway. So we're going to use that location as our base, and when they race in the Sunshine Coast or Doomben or Eagle Farm, they'll go there, then go to the race from there. So not ideal, but it's something, and I've got a funny feeling that in another couple of weeks' time, this all could change as well if the infections keep trending the way they are. I think the government may start looking at unlocking a few things, which is hopeful, and then the jockeys can move around as well. So at the moment, we're going to make do with that, and we're happy to support that.
Yeah, great. And we're going to use Archer Park. Trent, you want to talk us through just how that's going to work in terms of our Metro North runners for owners?
Yeah, well, so they just basically, as Dad just said, they'll be transported up there the day before the race, for midday, I think it is, and then we send them there for a freshen up in any case after the run. So Archer Park team will take care of them, and then they will just go for a short freshen up out there in any case, and spend a couple of days out after that, and then back to the stable.
Yeah, nice. Excellent. Okay. Well, plenty of nice options. And it looks like just with that reopening of the Winter Carnival in a little way, you've sort of held a few of those horses that were looking to go to New South Wales, just holding them here to target some more of those Winter Carnival races instead. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we just thought that with those 3-year-old fillies we were going to send to Sydney this week to run in the Car Stakes, we just thought, well, we may as well keep them at home and just target those couple of list of races with those when they're available. Obviously, there's a Gold Coast meeting, and then it rolls into Doomben and Eagle Farm. Much shorter version of the Winter Carnival, but it's something. There's some black type available, so we'll try and chase some black type with those fillies, and obviously Tyzone in the Stradbroke, and horses like that, Ruka, Gold Coast Guineas, all those type of horses can now fit into where they were originally going to fit into. Wisdom of Water, the Ken Russell here at the Gold Coast on the 8th, I think it is, and then he heads towards the Group 1 JJ Atkins. I think shortened version of that, down to 1400, really suits, probably fits his profile a little better than the mile of the JJ Atkins anyway. So nice race for him, I think, and he's going very well.
No, very good. I was going to touch on those trials. Just a quick g'day to Clint Shipsey there as well. We'll get to you later on, Clinto, but nice to see Tobe pull out a winner for the Bravehearts and the charity comp too on the weekend with Loving Miss, which was superb. All right, guys. Well, should we get stuck into it? We've got the Gold Coast here on Friday. We have a good 4 track. It's nice and sunny and warm up here on the coast. It's absolutely terrific weather. Loving it. We seem to be going very well on our home track, guys. We've got great strike rate at the Gold Coast here, and even though it's gone to metro level and the fields have been really competitive, you guys have really been nailing some winners. Last week included Loving Miss. Tobe, your best bet of the week.
Yeah, she won well. She, I thought she done a great job actually. I think I've mentioned a number of times she's difficult to get a guide on. She's not the best track worker, but certainly bounces into race day and steps up to the mark, which is a good sign. And she'll get better as the distance to get longer. We think there's a nice 1400 for her next week, and then possibly we'd throw an in for the JJ Atkins as well. So we'll see how she progresses.
Yeah, very good. And she was early in the day, and then we had to wait till the last. Mr. Bellagio, drawn awkward, but was racing in great form, Trent, and it was just nice to see him get his nose over the line first, eh?
Yeah, it certainly was. I was wrapped with that. He's been very consistent without winning. So for Brett and the guys from up north, that was great in the Archer Park team as well. Matt gave him a great ride, got around the tiring horse that was in front of him, so probably put him into the race pretty quickly and quite early, but that was more than likely the winning move, and he used his head, so it was great, and the old horse finally got another win, so yeah, really happy.
Yeah, nice little double for Archer Park. Well done to the Archer Park team. That was great to see. And then we rolled into Ipswich. It seemed like an on-pace sort of day at Ipswich, but Casuarina Star was ridden against how the track was playing. She sat last and came with a massive burst down the outside and got there on the line toe. Big win.
Yeah. Bittersweet victory, I suppose you'd say. We thought we'd have a ready third up, but she was able to get over the top of those late. Like, she's a filly with a pretty good. I wouldn't say it's a stout pedigree, but it's reasonable enough. She's a great type of a Star Witness mare now. She's 4 and she's really matured and looking to push her out to 2,000 this time. We think she's of city quality. She's taken a while to get there, but that win the other day shouldn't have been able to do that at Ipswich, the way the track was playing, and just shows she's going quite well, and well done to the owners. They've been patient. I know Gary Lawrence loves a bet. I'm not quite sure whether he had anything on her the other day, so I haven't heard from him, so I'm suggesting he hasn't.
He likes to bet, does he?
Yeah. Well, I think he was planning third up. He was going to let loose at her, but she arrived one start early. But anyway, that happens, and I was saying three tiers better than 3 years.
Very good. So true. All right, it was a good day at the Gold Coast. We had some good beaten runners as well, amongst some sort of disappointing runs, but we'll kick off there. We'll just run through them quick and just give us a quick one-liner synopsis, if you don't mind, guys. At the Gold Coast, Trent Pakuya, what do you make of that run?
Got too far back, got into trouble. We'll run further. Should be very competitive next start.
Okay, follow into next start. Pilot Toby.
He's a bit the same. He's a bit one-paced, and I thought Ryan just missed the boat on him a bit. He look, the minute we push him out, he'll get out to 2,000 as well. Just wait for him to get out to those sort of distances. He'll come into his own. Yeah,
nice. And Mayotzi Trent.
Ran some really good, strong sectionals late. Got beaten a distance, but the way the race was run, was never a hope after she bombed the start. So another one to follow into her next start when she steps out over further. She's going well.
Yeah, nice for you, long team. Follow her, and looked like she'll beat a long way. But like you said, I think you showed me the stats there: fastest 600, last 400, and fastest last 200 of the day. So it's a big run. Bafana Tobe goes to the paddock now.
Going for a spell. Look, we probably shouldn't have run her from that barrier. She's quite an aggressive filly, so forget she went around, and she'll go out and have a chill out and a freshen up, and she'll be better for it. Done a good job.
Awesome. All right, and Scout under the big weight, Michael Cahill first up. Trent.
Yeah, went super. Will improve. Paying for his consistency with those big weights as he will continue to do, sort of probably into his next run as well. But will no doubt improve. Stepping up to 1,300 next out will certainly suit.
Very good. All right, out of that same race, Baroda Toby.
Yeah, just I think the fit horse just got her down late. She's a terrific filly. This one, she comes off a fairly soft jump out into that race, and she controlled the speed, and Matt Dunn's horse just outside and got her down late. She was great and will improve again as she heads towards the Scone Guineas. She's
returned well. It looks like that's for sure. Very good. Fisticuffs, Trent. Same race again.
Yeah, just bad bit of luck, actually. Michael Carl on Scout was keeping him really tight at the top of the straight and riding very competitively. Whether or not Matt maybe could have come back to the inside and followed the fence, but he'll improve again. We might just keep him nice and fresh now.
Okay, very good. And TARDIS Tobe?
Yeah, ran well again. She's probably looking for a softer track. That track was getting quite firm late, and let's hope for her next run we can get a shower of rain or get some sort of deadish track would be good. That's when you'll see the best of her.
Given the track, okay, perfect. And the lucky last, the Pines, Trent. She was your best. things just didn't quite go right for her, eh?
Basically the same as TARDIS. Track was prepared way too hard last week, in my opinion. Lack of grass cover and not a great deal of water. So that made it very hard, and both of those mares sort of felt the track a fair bit, especially the Pines.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Agree.
Touchwood, she's pulled up. Well, I'll tell you what the good news out of that was. You know, we mentioned the last 5% in the half sister last week on the show, and we had 6 people contact us either by mobile or email to take that last 5%. So thank you to everyone there for jumping on board. Obviously still think we've got a massive opinion on the Pines, and there's some lovely black type targets for her later in the carnival. But her half sister by the Huston, I saw her on Tuesday and she looks fantastic. So thanks for everyone for jumping in there. Really good. Randwick, Toby, we had Winter Bride down there. She raced very well, I thought. Consistent.
Yeah, raced great. Not as much speed in that race as we thought. You know, in hindsight, it's always great. We could have probably just rolled her up to sit behind White Moss if we wanted to, and I'm pretty sure she would have, you know, run second. Did a bit of a flat spot at the top of the straight, and she's better when horses aren't around her. Like the horse to the outside of it, I think it was I'm Excited or something, got to her pretty quick. And, you know, they come away together, and she's sort of better when there's nothing around her. She really stretches out. That's my opinion anyway. Stretches out a lot better. But, you know, she was strong late to run fourth and be improved by that run as well.
Okay, nice. And where are you going to head with her now?
She comes home to run in the Group 2 race in a couple of weeks' time. So the name escapes me. Trent will know that name of that race.
Victory Stakes.
Victory Stakes, yeah. It's a Group 2 race, 1,200 metres. Really nice race for her.
Yeah, nice. Okay, very good. They said, you know, colours there, right? We went to Ipswich. Funny, these provincial meetings are finding it hard to win. They're big fields and open fields and the like. And then the Metro race at the Gold Coast, we're having a great run, you know. But all these horses, I thought, again, most part ran very well without winning. Hard labour, Trent.
Will benefit from the experience and possibly just stepping up in further distance over time.
All right. Global Citizen, Matty McGilvray, got off and said this is a city class horse, Tobe.
Yeah, he did. He just got annoyed by a really long shot, 150 to 1 chance actually, and just got tired late. That was in our pre-race as well. We were just a bit concerned of his fitness level at race day. Trials are easy, but fitness level when there's really when you're going flat out from the start, that tells on them, and it did on him the other day. But he'll improve quickly now off that. Now he's had that good gallop.
Yeah, nice, well bred horse, that horse, and did a great job. Four's a little bit disappointing, Trent.
Yeah, had a good run, but I think he's probably another horse that might just be best outside them. When Andrew rode him the other day at Bow Desert, got a good run, got outside and was allowed to stretch. I'd say forget that and just take him on his previous one.
Okay, very good. And Hello sort of bounced back to some form for Archer Park, Tobe.
Yeah, she did. She went a lot better. We rode her a bit more positive and she actually fought right to the line, which she hasn't done for us anyway. She's shown a bit in the trials and in track work, but she hasn't quite done that race day. So I think there's a win she'll win pretty quickly now. Now she's had that good confidence gallop the other day.
Yeah, nice. Okay, follow her through. Hello. Broken Windows. Trent, what did you make of him?
A little bit inconclusive. Sort of had a bit of a tough run and didn't do a great deal. So back to the drawing board.
Alrighty, and Decisive Heart, Toby.
Yeah, just blew out a little bit late. Hadn't run for 6 weeks or 7 weeks or something, so she'll be improved by that. And had a good blow after the race, and expect her to improve pretty quickly after that race the other day.
Yeah, very good. And Brocky in that same race, he flew down the outside. Trent looked like being the winner. Just got nosed out. One that didn't go our way on the day, but he ran super. Hey.
Yeah. Look, maybe he might have just been a little bit close as well, same as Decisive Heart. Tempo was strong. He was sort of chasing it the whole way and probably at his top for a while. So he'll improve with that, and we might even think about taking the blinkers off him as well. All
right, very good, guys. A lot of good runs there, a lot of horses that are bloody close to a win. So looking forward to them adding to the win sheet over the next coming weeks, that's for sure. All right, so we've got 13 runners across 10 races at the Gold Coast tomorrow. It's a good four, like I mentioned earlier. Race 2 is our first race, a 2-year-old handicap over 1,200 metres. We've got the 2 runners. Pareto, drawn 7, Maddie McGilvray, who's just in enormous form, Maddie, riding terrifically well. She's a Yarramalong filly by Better Than Ready Toby, the half to Snipsu. She was awesome on debut, ran 4th this track over 1,100 metres. You'd think that the step up and triple suit her. Obviously, Spirit won in the same race here. Looks hard to beat, but she should run well.
Yeah, she was super the other day. We rode her very quiet from the barrier, and she finished off nicely and looks to have improved to me. So I'd suggest, even though that other horse is in there, Spirited One, I'd suggest she's going to be very, very competitive.
Brilliant. All righty. There might be one for the Clint. Watch out there, mate. Big group of owners who like a bet. They'll be having some bit of the old extra 50% or whatever special owners deal with Sportsbet. That's for sure. Pareto. Jetty in the same race, Trent, drawn 2, Ryan Maloney aboard. He's a full brother to Champagne Jet for the 2K team. Any sort of comparisons between those two? And I thought he trialled okay, but he's on debut here, and obviously we'll have a bit to learn.
We've got the full set. We've got Unconditional now, Champagne Jet and Jetty, and the first 2 have won as 2-year-olds, and you would swear that they weren't 2-year-olds, just their makeup. They're a bit leggy and by Jet's birth, so typically not really early. This guy's probably surprised us getting to the races already, or as a 2-year-old. Track work's been good. Trial was good at Gold Coast the other day, I thought, under not a huge amount of pressure. 1,200 metres first up, especially for a young horse, that's a concern. But look, he's drawn soft to get a beautiful run. And whatever he does tomorrow, he'll certainly improve on, I think. Should be there for a long way, but just that last 50 or 60 metres, first start, 1,200, is a big telling factor in my opinion.
Yeah, right. Okay, so he's going to be pretty good odds, and it sounds like he got a bit of a confidence in his future anyway, so that's good. Race 3, cutest 3-year-old maiden over 1,200 metres. Again, we've got the 2 runners here, guys. Green Jacket has come from Mr. Bob Guff on the back of Cadogan. Retiring, he's his first start for the stable. Toby, drawn 12 for Andrew Mallion. Been pretty consistent in Country New South Wales. He has sort of got back in those runs in his last 2 anyway in Country New South Wales, and he's drawn here to sort of go back. Is that the plan with him, and what's he shown at home?
A little bit awkward to say. We haven't sort of mapped him up yet, but nice horse, and like the horse we have got from Bjorn Stables that have performed out and around those Mudgee and Orange and those places, they've come in and ran well, actually. The form out there is still quite strong. So, look, I'd give him a good chance. Whether he's forward or back, I'm just happy for the jockey to be wherever he's comfortable, to be truthful.
Yep.
If, even if there's no speed, if he's got enough speed to be up on there, we're happy with that as well. But horse has gone well. He's actually in good order. Looks great.
Oh, awesome. Well, good luck to Bob Guth and all the team there. Paliki in the same race. Trent, drawn 7 for Ryan Maloney. She's having her 3rd start. This daughter of Bevan Riddy. She's beaten 4 lengths on debut at the Sunshine Coast, and then last time out the Gold Coast she was beaten 7, mate. So she's 3rd up. She'll definitely be fitter. What do you make of her chances?
Yeah, back to Green Jacket for a second. I've been watching his trial replays and that from Sydney. When he's allowed to stride at the front, he actually trials really well. So there might be something in that. If he jumps well, we roll forward. But Paliki, I think back to 1,200, she looked all over the winner at the top of the straight the other day at 1,400 at the Sunshine Coast. Back to 1,200 should suit. She's drawn 7. She's got enough gate speed, but I would suggest that we'd probably just ride her just off them a bit and then let her get down the middle with one run at them, and that'll see the best of her. I like her back to 1,200. And she's knocking on the door. She continues to look really well, so happy with her. And walking across the road, home track, I think she'll give a really good sight tomorrow. I purely think she just didn't run the 1,400 strong last start.
Sure. Okay. Good as gold. So expect her to improve. All right. Yes. Race 4 is a 3-year-old maiden over 1,200 metres. We have the one runner here. Applause, Toby. He, again, is on 12. Andrew Mallion, I think he's drawn wide on drawn the car park on every single one of ours this week. So pay to give Andrew a bit of a bit of leeway here this week. Lucky Clover, he's a 3-year-old gelding by Eplet, is Applause. Unplaced in his 3 starts to date, was decent. It was a decent 4th last time out, over 1,400 metres here on the Gold Coast after being caught wide. Interesting. Like, I remember you guys saying you thought he'd be better over further, but you're dropping him back to 1,200 metres here. What's your thought pattern there?
Brucey, it was 1,200 last week.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, stay at 1,200 as opposed to go up in trips.
Yeah, so look, that's our thought pattern. Was he was quite aggressive the other day. We've taken the blinkers off him to hopefully get him to relax. This also got ability, or good ability actually. He actually gallops quite well, but he's taken a little bit of time. He hasn't been as precocious and showing us race day what he can actually do on the track. So we think taking the blinkers off will get him to relax a bit better, and hoping he can find the line. Like the other day when Matt McGilvray rode him, he got outside them and charged right around them, nearly at the front on the corner, and then just got tired running 4th, I think. So 1,200 again. He's fitting up nice. He looks good, and he could bowl these over if he does the right thing. It's really up to him. It's really up to him. He's sort of new, and when he switches on and puts it all together, that's when you see the best of him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, understand. Okay, so you're literally just keeping it at the same distance because there'll be a higher tempo. He'll learn to settle a bit better and have a better chance of settling.
Yeah,
before you step him out.
He didn't settle the other day, so keep him at 1,200. Then we can push him out in distance after this run, I would think.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, very interesting. All right, we go to race 6 of Fillies and Mares benchmark 72, 1,200 metres. We see Thine is the power back for the stable after her ripping first up win for the stable. She's drawn 7. She's got the apprentice claim on. She taking her 61 kilograms down to 58. Thought she was super impressive 4 weeks ago at Doomben. Trent, similar grade, mate. Tell us about the young jockey aboard and tell us about how she's gone since her first up win.
She's a month between runs. Still going super at home. Coach just starting to turn a little bit now, and we're getting into sort of a little bit cooler weather. So I'm not really concerned about that. Her level of work at home's good. Nick Teal takes the ride. It's actually his first ride for us. I noticed that he has a few battles with his weight. He's a little bit heavier. And so I don't know a great deal about him. Just know that Tony was putting him on in town and he was riding winners for him sort of with his 3 kilo claim. So I thought we'd give him a go. She's drawn well enough. I think we roll forward again. And, if she ends up outside lead or in the first sort of 3 or 4, I think she'll take a power of beating. She's going super.
Excellent. Okay, good stuff. Well, good luck to the team there. In the same race, Archer Park, if she's a boss, again, like I said, Andrew Mallion drawn the car park, drawn 11 this mare. Also a last start winner, this filly. And like Vine as a power, she's had 19 starts for 3 wins. They've both had exactly the same starts and number of wins. But thinking maybe Vine as a power, the better chance from the barrier, Toby?
Yeah, for sure. She's a boss, probably needs it a bit wet. Needs it fairly wet. She's got great wet track form, and Dowie down at Murwillumbah the other day when he rode her beautifully from an awkward alley as well. So, but she'll still run well. But finding the power in that race would be the better of the two.
Okay, excellent. Good to know. Good to know. Well, good luck to everyone there. Race 8, Securus, 3-year-old, 1,400 metres. Here we go. This is a ripping race, including some of our most promising 3-year-olds in the stable. A couple of these were due to go to Sydney before the Winter Carnival was reshaped and rescheduled. So we kick off up the top with Vanna Girl. Trent drawn 1, Maddie McGilvray on. She was very good first up, over 1350. She has got 60 kilograms on her back here, but she has drawn very nicely in barrier 1, drawn soft.
Yeah, it's enough weight, isn't it? I suppose she pays for her consistency as well, and she's drawn beautiful. I think now Matt just needs to be wherever he's comfortable on her. I know that last start he probably wanted to be third the fence, and she got an absolute smashing around the 1,000-metre mark. I think it's plain as day to see she should have won. The leader got away with murder and kept running, and she was coming at it late and was basically first up off freshen up. So she's improved. She will have needed to carry this weight. It's a stack of weight. It's a good horse's weight. She's a good horse. So I'm hopeful we see a really good performance again from her tomorrow. She's really progressive. And just touch on why we didn't take her to Sydney. Obviously, the opening up of the sort of zones a little bit has played into our favour. While there's no Queensland Oaks, which is her target race, she'll still target the Doom and Roses a little bit later on in the carnival. So that looks like a perfect race for her, and hopefully she can continue on her merry way on Friday.
Indian Dreamer, drawn barrier 5, Michael Carl. Here's your horse. Here's your horse at 1,400 metres. Again, for the Lucky Clover team, was enormous last time and is drawn nicely.
Yeah, blinkers on too. So we toyed with the idea of doing that, and we've worked him in, and he worked like a bomb actually. So I'm quite confident he can run well. Like, I know Venegal's probably the class horse and got the Saturday performances there to suggest that she should beat these horses, but this horse wouldn't surprise me with the blinkers on, where he just doesn't jump out of the ground. He loved his run the other day. Looks great. He's a sleeper. You know, he's one of those horses that as he matures and gets out over more ground, he'll improve. You'll see the best of him. I really like him. I think he can really knock her off tomorrow myself.
Yeah, nice. Okay, blinkers on from barrier 5. You just see him settling that a little bit closer, essentially. Okay, nice. Vivid Fortress, another really promising filly, bred by Sedgenho, races in the Aquas colours, well-bred filly, obviously, by Sebring. Impressive first up, winning by 4 lengths over 1,200 metres, drawn 8, drawn to go forward. No jockey as yet. Trent, what's the story with Vivid Fortress?
We may not run her tomorrow. We'll just wait and see. We've always wanted to try and ride her for speed, but the way she settled the other day, I think that we've probably found something in that. She really settled, got down the middle and smashed them. Form out of that has been quite good. Kusama, I think Kumasa, the horse of Brian Smith, came out and won a couple of Saturdays ago at Doomben in a maiden there. So I don't see any reason, if we do run, why she can't race well. Whether or not she has that sort of, whether or not she's sort of as forward as the other two, this is only her first racing prep. If she could knock them off, she's doing a great job. I think whatever she does next couple of starts, next 6 months, you'll see a ripping filly or mare, as she will be. And wouldn't surprise me to see her regular Saturday performer in black type in time, hopefully in the summer.
Yeah, nice. Excellent. All right. Well, I saw Vinery picked up the full sister at the sale too. So good luck to them, and hopefully we can pick up some black type for them. All right, moving on to race 9's an open handicap, 1,400 metres. The mare from the West, Jeddah Fair team. She has her first start for the stable, drawn barrier 7, Michael Cahill aboard. First start for the stable, guys, obviously a promising staying mare that was sort of brought to aim at cup races with you guys over the coming seasons. She's never won first up, guys, and the last time she won below a mile was in her maiden when she won at Pinjarra. So what are we thinking? What's she showing at home, and how do you think she can run tomorrow?
So, look, this mare, when we trialled her fresh at the Gold Coast, she trialled really well. She was extremely fresh. We took her to Bow Desert for a jump out, still trialled up nicely. But you could tell that freshness was out of her. She just become a little bit dour. I expect her to probably need the run tomorrow, and then once we bounce her out in journey, she'll improve a stack. So I'd just be comfortable with her being comfortable in the run, to have a good run in transit, don't knock her about, and then find clear running at the top of the straight and really hit the line, and then she'll take good improvement, I think. Seems to be going well. I thought her work on Tuesday morning on the course proper was probably the best that I've seen from her. Worked her in company, worked her in a set of blinkers just to give her a different look and make her get up to the line and do some work, and she worked up really nice. So happy with her. I think she's going well enough, but just 1,400 might just be a little bit nippy first up.
Alrighty, very good. Yeah, good luck to the owners there. Lucky last race 10, the Colts and Geldings benchmark 72 1,200 metres. Now we've got a couple of emergencies in here, but they're first and third emergencies, so we're a chance to getting a run for the Archer Park team. Say I See You, drawn 14, Maddie McGilvray. Terrific first up at Doomben, then was a little bit disappointing at the Sunshine Coast 6 weeks ago. You've given him a bit of time off, drawn a bit awful, but can he bounce back?
Yeah, I reckon he can. As long as he gets a run. He's drawn awkward, so he's going to need a bit of luck from the barrier. But I suppose that's something we need to talk about today and tomorrow morning, whether we do run him or wait. But look, he ran poorly first up for us. We thought we couldn't see him being beaten first up. We thought he would run really well, finish last. Got a bit of heat stress out of it all. Must have been really hot up there. And since then we've brought him home and freshen him up and stuck a bit more work in him, and he's going super. So just need a bit of luck from the barrier, and should run extremely well.
All right, so look at speed maps and work it out from there, whether he runs or not.
Yep.
Okay, third emergency, Pocho Duro, drawn 2, so drawn soft. Ryan Maloney, Trent. Haven't seen him for 6 weeks either after getting caught wide, but battling pretty well for 5th last time out at this trip and track, up in grade, but drawn well.
Yeah, and look, he was first up, and it was a really hotly contested race, really good, strong speed, and he was caught sort of in the cheap seats. Ryan Plum come back to the inside, and it was just really messy. The horse whizzed down the middle and won. Just kept him a little bit fresh, drawn soft. If he gets a run, I think he can be really competitive. This bloke seems to be going well enough, so just need him to get a run. He's going to get a great run in transit if he does gain a start, and find the right lane at the top of the straight and be hard to beat.
Alrighty, nice. He might be good odds too there with sports bets, so that'll be nice. Very good, guys. Before we head on to the provincials, let's just quickly touch on Tie Zone at Randwick, Tobin, the Hallmark. Taking on a hot little field there. Kementari trekking in her time. It's a ripping race. He's drawn 8. Clint and the guys there at Sportsbet have him a $35 chance. Are they underestimating the big fella?
Look, possibly. He trialled well out at Bow Desert the other day. We haven't had him go. I don't think we've had him going as good leading into a first up run as this week. He trained super. He's that jump out at Bow Desert the other day. He won by 100 yards. I know he didn't beat much, but still, the action was really good, and he's in a good space. The horse is in, he's focused and the like. Travelled down nice to Sydney last night, and he'll settle in well there. And look, I think he ran this race last year and was quite unlucky. Bit of a bigger field this year, and obviously of a higher quality. But look, big odds. We'll ride him nice and quiet, and he'll be getting home. Whether he can beat those horses tomorrow or not, I'm not sure. But he'll give his all. He's such a tough competitor. Beautiful. All right. Yeah. Good luck to Tom Headley and the team. Always nice having the colours down there in Randwick on a big day. So good luck. All right, let's go to provincials team and just quickly help out some owners and maybe some punters into horses that might run well over Friday at the Sunshine Coast and Sunday at Ipswich. Sunshine Coast Friday, soft 7, so a bit of sting out of it for Painted Wolf and race 2, Trent.
Yeah, he's drawn sort of middle of the field. I see that as being pretty good for him as well, that soft track, as you mentioned, just a little bit of sting out the ground. He's got ordinary joints. In saying that, he's going to go there a little bit on the fresh side, a little bit big, so he might just need the run, I feel. Need the run, okay, very good. Race 5 is Course She Will, Toby, drawn 11, Bailey Northdift. She's got a bit of weight, but look, I think she can. She should nearly beat these horses. She's going extremely well. Since we've had her come down from Chris Month, and she's going super, so I'd expect her to run well. Yeah, nice insight there. Race 5, Course She Will. First start for the stable, working very well at home. Nice to hear. And race 9, Rumbarella, drawn 10. Trent, is this his race? Well, I certainly hope so, because I don't know what we do with him if it's not. I mean, 15 starts for 1 win. Got a little bit of weight. Very common race. Bailey won his maiden on him at Grafton a fair while back. So, to be honest, he needs to step up and do something. He's had a lot of chances, so I'm hopeful that tomorrow night he can get the job done, because he basically needs to do something and needs to perform. Yeah, nice. And back to a mile should suit too, touch wood. Yeah. So
I like that insight in the winning jockey combo too. I didn't pick up on that, so that's good. Bailey's won on him before. Very, very good, guys. Okay, in Ipswich, we've got a ton of nominations there. Obviously, acceptances is not out as yet. Do you want us to sort of push us into a couple there that you like that are training well at home?
I'll stick with Great Keppel.
Great Keppel, okay. Yeah.
Sticking with Great Keppel, good man.
Yep.
Bit of loyalty.
Zipporah might knock him off. Zipporah might knock him off too.
Surely not.
I might wait for the barriers, I think.
Very good. Okay. Well, good luck to all our owners there. I'm going to hand it over to Clint, the Sportsbet team, to run us through just a bit of a recap from last week, Clint, and hopefully the guys can tip us into a winner this week. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks, Brucey, and obviously a huge win last week for Loving Miss for Toby and his Bravehearts charity choice. So finished over just over $2, and they got crunched in on a top tote to $1.55. So we paid out the top tote plus from $1.55. So Toby, mate, well done, and your total currently is sitting at $455 for Bravehearts, mate. So congratulations there, and also to the Arch Park boys.
Nice, well done.
Yeah. Well
and so obviously we'll kick off with you for this week then, Toby. Who will be your Sportsbet tipping for charity best bet of the weekend, mate?
Okay, my this probably goes against what I should be saying, but I think Indian Dreamer can nearly knock Banner Girl off. There you go.
There we go. All right, Indian Dreamer. So that is Gold Coast Race 8 for you punters out there, number 3 with Michael Carl on board.
Can we Trent, what do you say on it, mate? Trent, do you reckon that happens, or you Vanna Girl's camp?
She's got a lot of weight, and this guy, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a race. Both good horses.
Okay, just good, interesting.
We'll be looking forward to that tomorrow. And Trent, mates, who will be your top tip for the weekend, buddy?
Got to try and get off the mark here. So I'm going to go for the power. I'll put myself in. Thine is the power. I think she can repeat the effort of first up.
Right, so Thine is the power. Gold Coast Race 6, number 2 with the claimer on board, Nick Keel. It's actually the Sportsbet top tip as well. So well, good luck to all the owners involved of the runners tomorrow. And guys, best of luck to the stable. Thanks, Bruce. And stay safe, stay well. Gamble responsibly.
Good on you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Sure, if you're an owner, make sure you get on there with Sportsbet, because they are giving you ridiculous. Like, if you like something that you own that's running this weekend, if you're not with Sportsbet, I suggest you jump on team, because they just offer you great odds and an extra little bonus here and there. So really good. Thanks, Clint. Thanks, team. Good on you guys. Good luck over the weekend.